Richard, what has the mood been like in camp this week after such a convincing derby win?
Yeah, we had a positive vibe around the group. To be fair, it's been a positive vibe around the group for the majority of the season so far. We have a vibrant group. Everyone's buying into the culture and the way that we want to play. So, it was great for us obviously to win last weekend and put us back on track really, because obviously we had 2 losses before it. So for us to get back on track is great now, and we're just in a positive mindset going towards Benetton on the weekend.
It was a great response, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fantastic. The boys put in a shift, which was great. They fought for each other, which was pleasing, and for us to come away with a win was brilliant.
A couple of players impressed again. Max Nagy, have you found out if he's Wales eligible yet?
Oh, I'm not sure what the score of that is yet, but going back to Max as a player, he's been fantastic for us. Like you said, he's been a threat for us in the backfield. Bringing the ball back, beating first defender, and get us on the front foot. And he's been a real positive player for us. And he had a try earlier on in the season as well, which I think was his first try at home for us. So he was over the moon with that, and I think that's kind of spurred him on to want to obviously get the next and the next. But he's been fantastic for us so far.
We've seen a glimpse of Dan Edwards' potential as well. He's an exciting prospect.
Yeah, the Wales under-20s 10, Dan. Yeah, he's in a great place at the minute. He's obviously coming off the back, a lot of confidence from scoring from the weekend as well. So there's going to be plenty of opportunity for Dan, obviously because of the size of squads that we got at the minute. So for him to be around people like Owen Williams and things, you can learn so much from, which is great. And I'm sure that Dan will be around to get his opportunity pretty soon.
Yeah, you talk about squad sizes this season, but it's a great opportunity, isn't it, to see young, fresh talent coming through?
Oh, it's brilliant. You're looking at not just from an Ospreys perspective, but you look at just around in Welsh rugby at the minute. There's a lot of new, fresh faces out there. Obviously, you see for Cardiff's impressive win on the weekend as well against the Stormers. There's a lot of young talent out there, which is on show, which is great for Welsh development. And obviously with us as well, we've got a few boys in there. Like you mentioned there, Dan Edwards, as an example there, Morgan Morse as an example. These are really good prospects coming through, which is excited to see them go, to be honest.
I know he's not a youngster, he's still relatively young, and he's coming up after you today, Kieran Williams. He's an outstanding player, isn't he? Do you think this is his time to really stick that hand up for an international spot? Oh,
most definitely. I think with Kieran, he knows it's all in his hands. If making sure that he's on the money with a lot of things that he does. He's a difficult player to stop, and obviously a difficult player to get past as well, as you see from the physicality on that side of his game. But he is more than just that one-up ball carrier. He has got a lot of skills, a decent skill set behind it as well. So it'd be great for him to show those extra bits of his game. So obviously there's showing that well-roundedness from him.
Different challenge this week, the first of back-to-back games against Benetton. What sort of challenge can you expect from them?
Yeah, Benetton are a good side at the minute. They are sitting 6th in the league. They've got 4 wins, 1 draw and a loss. So obviously they got points on the board. I think they're on the same points as the 4th position at the minute, so they're sitting pretty at the top end of the table. They're a good outfit. They're a big outfit. They look pretty strong. They know what they're doing as well, which is obviously going to be hard to break down. So we know the task and the challenge that's going to be in front of us. And with us as well, just making sure we can back up what we did last week, just building on the performances that we're doing at the minute.
Have you got any players due back from injury?
At the moment, I'm not quite sure if there's anyone who's going to be in contention from injury. Like you said, the limited amount of squads we got at the moment. As in around from selection, we're still not quite there yet, but there may be a little bit of rotation around it.
Is George North fit this weekend?
No, I don't think he is. Not for this one, unfortunately.
Okay, great. I'll hand you up to Steph. Thank you.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
Hi, Steph. How are you, mate? I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, good. You just mentioned Dan Edwards there briefly. Yeah. What specifically do you like about him? What aspects of his game are you really excited by?
To be fair to Dan, he's got an outstanding running game. He is probably one of the quickest 10s about. And particularly in Wales, he's got lightning acceleration, and he's quick as well, as we've seen from the game on the weekend. And he's got a great kicking game as well. He got a great cannon on him, and for him, I think it'd be a good opportunity for him when he gets his chance to play to show his management skills as well. So there's a lot to like about Dan, and he's a youngster and he's a confident player. So it'd be good to see him going and owning the team.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, like any young player's got a lot to learn, obviously, naturally. But you know, Warren Gatland said that outside half is probably the one position where Wales are a bit thin on the ground. You know, obviously Sam Costello's coming through, and you should have got Callum Sheedy in Bristol. Do you see that sort of long-term potential in Dan? Do you think his ceiling is high enough to be an international in the future?
Yeah, he's got all the ingredients to reach that potential, you know, and it's like, I suppose it's for him now to take that ownership there and develop his game, obviously within the Ospreys, and push on for as much as he can. You know, he's got excellent quality around him with the likes of Owen Williams he can learn from as well. You know, I've got a good group of coaching staff who will help develop and bring him along. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for Dan, and I think as long as he stays with the right path and he sticks to what he needs to be doing and owning his own game as well, I think he'd do really well.
Ruben Morgan Williams has come on quite well this season as well, hasn't he? He's been a bit of an unsung hero, hasn't he? You happy with his development as well?
Yeah, Ruben's gone well. I think he's had a good partnership with Jack Walsh. They think they've kind of like rebounded well off each other. You know, the types of style that they play. They react off each other pretty well. They're obviously very athletic and agile as players. They are quite instinctive. But you know, from what Ruben has done within his game, is creating obviously opportunity for other people as well, and creating those line breaks for us, which keeps us on the front foot. You know, and that's what you want in the modern game, is keeping that speed in it, and he does it very well for us.
Yeah, obviously Benetton this weekend. They're a quality team now, aren't they? You know, they've never been an easy team to beat, but now they really are. You know, up the top. You know, to win away at Edinburgh, it's no mean feat, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. You look at the games that they've played so far this season. They've been in there throughout all of the fixtures, whether that's them being in behind or being in front. You know, they play for the full 80, and we're well aware of that. So we know what kind of performance that we need to do on the weekend. But yeah, they're a strong outfit. Like I said before, they are sitting pretty in the league around that 6th spot. Obviously, joint points with 4th, so it's going to be all to play for on the weekend.